Hello everyone, Alchemiker here. Welcome back to Dragon Age 2. So in the last video we did some side quests, helped Fenrir with his nightmares, and took care of some other small things. So this one we're actually, Sebastian, I guess I'll talk to him later. But yeah, we're going to be working a lot on the main quest, and one thing that it will be happening is, in between these main quests, some companion quests will pop up, so we're going to be doing those as well. So this will be a bit of a longer video, but not insanely long. Keep Varric, because Varric is, the guy. Aveline, and let's have Anders and Fenris. Yeah, it's a good sturdy combo. Just need to talk to Sebastian real quick. Get that out of the way.
There are still many refugees.
Is there something you want, Anders?
If I could have easily just added him to my party and talked to him at the front door like I do when I go to Fenris's place, but I'm not the smartest person in the world. Sure as hell one of the dumbest.
Or an insult.
I'm just wondering how your master didn't kill you.
I'm giving it all up. I made a vow to the Chantry, and it was wrong to turn my back.
Sebastian, listen to yourself. You're as impulsive now as the day you turned away from us. Do you think the Maker wants another rashly spoken vow that you'll abandon when the next passion takes you?
I will not...
This is your life, child. Don't spend it being blown about like a weather vane. But here's Hawke. Maybe you can talk some sense into him.
Is the Grand Cleric upset with you?
She thinks I'm fickle, but I mean it. It was wrong for me to break my oath to the Chantry. I've turned against the Maker. And for what? Why would I want to rule Starkhaven and deal with jackals like Lady Harriman for the rest of my life?
Do you see yourself as a prince or a priest?
That's exactly the question I've been praying for guidance about. When I think of going to Starkhaven, calling on allies like Flora Harriman and all the corrupt, scheming nobles, my throat swells shut in horror. When I think about staying, I'm at peace.
If you give it up, what then?
I suppose I must convince Elthina my commitment is sincere. Then I will remain here, to represent the Maker's interests as she thinks best.
You should ask what's best for your people, not just for you.
I do not have hubris enough to imagine it matters to the common people who rules them. Someone will take the reins. The fields will be planted, the crops gathered. No one will notice that a Vale lives and isn't there, and I can devote my life to the Maker's will on Thedas.
Don't give up now. You defeated the Desire Demons. All of Kirkwall benefited.
Of everything we've done, I'll never regret that. But I don't know. I've been praying for guidance and had nothing. I cannot return to Starkhaven and subject my people to war without a clear sign that it's the Maker's will.
How have the Templars
Oh my god,
killed you?
Sebastian. Please, you have to return back to your home. You need to be king! Well, actually, arguably speaking, if you make good friends with him, he'll stay with the Chantry. If you make him your rival, he'll become king. But I want to be friends with everyone and try to steer him on the path. So, then again, it doesn't matter. The sad truth about it is, unfortunately, your choices here don't matter. In the game, yes. But by the time of Inquisition, you have to have already taken care of doing Dragon Age Keep. That doesn't matter. Alright, and the reason I switched with Aveline in my party is, well, might as well have the Captain of the Guard with me when I had to take care of the Qunari problems. Oh boy. Let's do this.
Sirrah Hawke.
Messer?
Last we met, I did not know your name. Did not care to. You have changed your fortune over the years. The Qunari have not. I offer a courtesy, Hawke. Someone has stolen what he thinks is the formula for Gatlock. You will want to hunt him.
Excuse me, but this sounds like quite the feat.
It was allowed. The stolen formula was a decoy. Sarkamek, a poison gas, not explosives. A small amount is dangerous enough to your kind, but if made in quantity, perhaps by someone intending to sell it.
That merchant, Javaris.
Would he be cautious? Or would he assume success and make enough to threaten a district? A courtesy, Hawke. You will want to hunt him.
So, how dangerous does this fake mixture become?
It is not a threat to Qunari. For your kind, it is as dangerous as those who breathe it.
Can you elaborate?
The gas kills, but first it turns allies against their own in blind rage. So, the greater the skill of those sent against us, the more dangerous they become to their own people.
Hard to control at the best of times.
It is no longer our problem.
I barely spoke to you 3 years ago. Why give me this warning?
You are capable, but I have yet to decide if you are capable of understanding. Save your streets from this fool dwarf, then we will talk.
So, you just leave the decoy laying around?
We did not make it easy. 3 Qunari died defending it, enough to impart a sense of worth. If the real formula were at risk, the Qun would demand that we protect it to the last of us.
It took Javaris long enough to come up with this. Are you sure it was him?
Others have asked for the Gatlock, but only he chose to delude himself beyond no. Is 3 years so long to a hateful fool? I have no way of understanding such weakness. His crime seems obvious. Further evidence could be the deaths of many. I wouldn't wait.
Any idea where we can find Javaris?
I heard about a sell-off. Merchant territories and such. They don't do that unless someone left in a hurry. I'd have figured he'd rooked some noble. He's sure not a burglar.
Just tell me where he is.
I haven't kept up on the squirt. Ask the coterie.
Hanahedon, Hawke. It will be interesting to see if you die.
Alright, who in their right mind, or even their worst minds, and wrong minds, would dare try to steal from the Qunari? I mean, shit. That's really bad. I mean, these people have conquered whole nations just because they felt it was their right to do so, or their sacred duty, or... I could literally spend all day trying to explain the Qun, and I think I have on and off in this series. So if you guys want me to try to explain the Qun when I do my recordings, hey, you know, let me know. I would love to have a love chat, because it's up there as one of my favorite pseudo-religions in a fantasy universe.
Time when you and he were friends.
You're selling the assets of Javaris Tintop?
We are. Limited districts, limited contracts. Keeps territory clear and separate from the start. He had a meager lot, but he skipped with dues outstanding. So up it goes.
Sounds like he's made a few friends. Can one of them point me his way?
Ask that about anyone else, I'd have you thrown out. This one, he owes me too. Javaris left in a hurry. I'd put him at Smuggler's Cut if he's avoiding patrols. It empties at a cave outside town. Tell him I said, don't come back.
Not the trail I'd expect from a master thief.
That fucking dwarf is screwed. I mean, why would he... It doesn't really make much sense. He has no reason to steal from the... He has plenty of reason. The Prophet selling the black powder, the Qunari powder, would be remarkable. And if he could reverse engineer it, even better. But the problem is what he stole was poison. And also, he fucked up the first time, and that was 3 years ago in game. Why would he bother trying to... It's just, no, this doesn't make sense. There is no way he would have stolen and then just made it so obvious. If you're going to steal, you have a cover-up. you have someone to take the fall. There is a number of things you do when you have someone take the blame. So I'm skeptical that this guy is the mastermind, unless he somehow got really smart in these past 3 years. I'm skeptical. Gotta explore every nook, every cranny. You gotta really ream out the inside of these caves. You know, I'm starting to think, do these Carta belong to the dwarf, or am I killing his fellow pursuers? I mean, I don't care either way. They're my enemies and I must kill them, but I feel like if there was a way I could have... Well, no, there was no way I could have talked to them, but if you think there would have been, you think it would have been easier to get through this crap?
yourself, Javaris. You're not dead yet.
You? Granny's garters, she would hire you. I can't buy a break on discount. You know what? Go ahead. Take my head and pike it back to that sodding elf. I need the rest.
What in blazes are you talking about?
But you don't know? Then what? You're tracking for the Qunari? Then she did it. That elf got them after me for nothing. Bitch born.
Ah, I knew he was no burglar. We're not climbers.
Look, I'm minding business, same old. And out of the blue, some elf tries to kill me. Says she's got the Qunari powder and I'm her cover. I slipped her, hired some bodyguards, and ran for it. And now you're here. Great.
So far, all I see is you.
Leaving the other person behind is the first step in running away. Sorry if that's inconvenient. Here. Want to drag Dark into light? I had a man follow her. The elf's in Lowtown. I just want to get out with my dead guards. Thanks for that.
Better luck wherever you're bound, Javaris. The farther, the better.
Right. Got me a rosy future to plan out. Think I'll start by selling some boots. Sodding bunch of... Take a long breath on a short shaft, you blasted dog lord inroaders.
Okay, I was right. He couldn't have been behind this. And I just killed all of his security. Whoops!
All of you, I can't fight the damned air. You want to live, stay out.
What's going on, Mason?
Guard Captain, I can't even describe.
On your time, son.
Reports of some haze with a stench of rust and throw-up. There was a cloud, then a lingering mist. Anyone caught in the cloud just went mad. Then the others just wretched themselves dead.
All right, keep your post. We'll take it from here. He's a good man. Trust that it's as bad as he says.
Let's hope this elf didn't try to make enough powder to sell.
Didn't sound like a merchant to me. Let's go. Maker.
Oh, cool! Small systematic damage. And the fact that they were able to mass-produce the Sawkamek very quickly? That's, it's not bad. I mean, it's just a type of poison, because I know the Qunari have another thing that's simply called Kamek, which is basically, it's like a mind-numbing drug that just makes you a obedient tool. That's the thing about Qunari. They waste nothing. They conquer you, you either submit, or they give you the Kamek. If you are not useful even with Kamek, then they'll just kill you. But typically, they do not waste a single resource. And the Kamek basically, it's a narcotic that renders you essentially a drooling, babbling fool. It's a dosage base, so if it's proven that you are more willing to submit, then you get taken off the dosage and you can submit. Only the most defiant and strong-willed would be killed, and that's even after the Kamek has failed to curb their sense of independence. That's a pretty good short of it. You need... Because there is always going to be a need for laborers. There's always going to be a need for people to mind shops. I mean, when you think about it in a way, the world of Thedas, the entire continent this whole game takes place on, does something similar, but with its mages. The Qunari will bind, sew the lips, and cover up the bodies of their own mages, their Cerebos. But that's because their belief in magic is, quote, a mage knows magic as a drowning man knows the ocean. It's too much power for anyone to hold. So, but they have far less outbreaks of demonic possession, because many of the Cerebos who leave the Qun or were not born within the Qun as simple Vashoth rather than Tal Vashoth. The difference is that Tal Vashoth was of the Qun and left. A Vashoth was born outside of the Qun. It's very rare, but it does happen. So, the Cerebos is far less likely to utilize or be possessed by demons because they have a much stronger discipline. And they accept their position. That's the thing about Qunari, is you are not trying to push outside of what you are or what you have. You will see yourself as an embodiment of a purpose, and you fulfill the purpose. But if you can't fulfill the purpose, well, you get Kamekt, you go through rehabilitation, re-education, etc., etc. It has the guising of a perfect community, but it doesn't. But now, the people of Thedas, what do they do with mages? They make them tranquil. Essentially the same thing.
Easy. I'm just trying to find out what happened.
Is that Sirrah Hawke? You have enemies. I'm glad it's you, really. These poor people. You are a much better target.
So, care to explain your particular brand of crazy?
Qunari take my people. My siblings forget their culture, then go to the Qun for purpose. We're losing them twice. So I get some help from your people. We'll take the Qunari thunder, make some accidents, and make them hate it. But this is all wrong.
You were going to kill people anyway. That's not funny at all, really.
It can still work. They're hidden in your city. They'll enrage the faithful and make sure the Qunari are blamed. Me, I'm finished. I just need a few more bodies. A few more.
Well, crazy elves. Gotta love crazy elves. But yeah, like I was saying, there's one small difference. Kamekt pretty much makes you a drooling, obedient mess, where you basically need someone to feed you, wipe the drool, and probably change your diapers. But what Tranquil can at least have some degree of thinking, where they don't cast magic anymore. They can be possessed by demons. They just don't get possessed as easily, because in the Fade, a Tranquil is essentially like a rock. A demon can stumble into one or be forced into one, but a demon will not seek out a Tranquil. There's no purpose in it. And that's a lovely brief history on what some Qunari do.
The Arashok was right and wrong. You'll need to know about this.
So, I was wrong about our thief.
It appears so.
They say we were careless with our trap, that this is our fault. But even without the Sarkamek, there would have been death. This elf was determined to lay blame at our feet. Selfishness, want, denial. How do you allow this to continue?
If you dislike Kirkwall so much, why haven't you left?
Since we arrived, I have seen nothing but greed and weakness. Dwarves, humans, elves, just festering. No order, no goal. You are one of the few I have met with any ability. And yet this too was random, a result of selfishness. I cannot fathom how a mire like this can be justified. You say we should leave, but how can you bear to stay in this chaos?
My welcome to the city was not so different from yours.
And yet you suffer it.
It's an opportunity to make a real difference.
Karisten are soldiers. The Qun made it so. They can never vary from that assigned path, never be other than they are meant to be. But they are free to choose within that role, to accept and succeed, or deny and die. Glory is clear and defined. Could not this entire city benefit from that certainty? How else will you know when you have made a real difference?
He's free to choose to obey. That isn't contradictory to you.
He chooses to be, as do we all, long before any of your meaningless freedoms are presented. Your kind may force our role to change, if the Qun demands.
She was angry to see her people losing their culture by claiming yours.
We accept those who submit to the Qun. The weak naturally seek the strong. It doesn't matter. We did not come equipped to indoctrinate. I am here to satisfy a demand you cannot understand.
It's been a long time.
It will take as long as needed. No ship is coming. There is no rescue from duty to the Qun. I am stuck here.
That is not the understanding of city leaders and their supporters.
Let them rot. Filth stole from us. Not now, not the Sarkamek. Years ago. A simple act of greed has bound me. We are all denied Parvolin until I alone recover what was lost under my command. That is why this elf and her shadows are unimportant. That is why I do not simply walk from this pustule of a city. Fixing your mess is not the demand of the Qun, and you should all be grateful! Thank you, human, for your service. Leave.
That's an Oxman ready.
Well, shit. Oh, good. Introduce the companion quest. Good, good, good. Anders, Aveline, and the ship in a bottle I found for Isabella. I'll take care of that. But yeah, well, Arashok is pretty pissed off, which makes sense. Something was taken from him. That's why he crash landed here.
Please keep it quiet, Sirrah. The Viscount mustn't be disturbed.
Hope the Viscount understands.
Years of nice, quiet anxiety. Gone. Along with a whole street.
The Qunari were blameless.
Right. A mad elf pushed by zealots, likely hidden in the very groups I have to appease. The Maker has a grand sense of humor. And the Arashok. I suspected he had no plans to leave. I didn't know it was just as annoying for him.
Keep the worst of them off his back, and it'll be all right.
But that is the problem. It has already escalated, despite your efforts. A shame.
What happened?
A Qunari delegate and entourage paid me a visit. It was civil, tentative, hopeful. They left my chambers with precision, but were not reported by the outer guard. They are missing almost literally from my doorstep. What do you imagine will be the Arishok's reaction?
We need to get out in front of this, and fast.
I feel I've been trying to turn a stampede for some time now. Someone is pushing very hard. Speak with Seneschal Brown. Then you will see why I cannot trust anyone else with this. I don't know who would benefit from fighting the Qunari, but it will cost all of us.
Okay, it looks like Mare also needs help.
You have information about the missing Qunari?
I am to help you, yes. Viscount Dumas would appreciate discretion in this matter. I would prefer that you were not involved at all, but that is neither here nor there.
Has anyone reported this to the Qunari?
Maker, no. I'd be signing the messenger's death warrant. He'll find out soon enough, of course. And when he does, the Viscount is rightly concerned that the illusion of peace will dissolve.
The Arishok is growing violent. He might want an excuse to end this peace.
I suspect that if the Arishok wanted to take over, he simply would. For all we fear that heretical Qun of his, its demands have done more to keep him in check than any of our efforts. Besides, would Qunari stoop to trickery? There is no precedent. But there is unfortunate evidence of influence on our side.
It sounds like you don't want them found.
I must think of what is best for the Viscount's office. Bringing attention to such an incident benefits no one.
You would do nothing.
The Qunari are neutral hostiles at best. There is no relationship to salvage by overextending ourselves on their behalf.
I'm having a hard time picturing the abduction of a Qunari entourage.
Unfortunately, they were not at their best. Their swords were tied into their sheaths, as I advised. It seemed a respectful compromise. Even I know you cannot separate a Qunari from his weapon.
I'm sure you have suspicions about what happened.
My concerns are well-founded. This could not have escaped the notice of the city guard, unless they were involved.
Have any failed to report?
Several. You should start with one of them. Although where you find a swordsman so eager to sell his honor and duty, I'm sure I don't know.
The Hanged Man.
Hanged Man.
Got to be.
Right. Then you know what to look for. I can't imagine this has occurred without notice. There is always a weak link. Please keep this quiet.
Well, Aveline is literally going to rip their heads off for this. She tries to run her place as a neat, organized machine. She's going to rip some fucking heads off. No, whoops, I have to do this at night, I think.
I have something for you.
Ooh, what's this? Oh, isn't that just the cutest thing?
You can't see it, but below deck there's a perfect replica of you with a dozen sailors in attendance.
You tease. I'm sure there isn't. It is a worthy goal to work towards, however. Thank you, Hawke. This was a thoughtful gesture. Slow day.
Rich spending. It's a bit over your head, isn't it?
That's right, pal. Tonight I'm paid and blessed, and all I had to do was turn my head. To all my friends. Hey, step back. I know important people. We're gonna show this city what to do with heathen oxmen.
Guard captain, would you like to have a word with your man?
guard captain.
Who?
What?
Who?
Who what? I don't...
Who bought you? Who bought the honor of a proud guard of Kirkwall and made him a drunken Mabari bitch?
I don't know. He was a Templar, I swear. He had the seal of the Grand Cleric and everything. It's true.
The penalty for abandoning your post is 10 days on the wall. I expect you to report in the morning. There's your answer. A Templar.
With the Grand Cleric's seal, no less. Well done.
Oh boy. The plot goes deeper. But at least Aveline was there and I have mail. I will deal with that later, I think. But let's, I think there's an option where I can go and tell the Arishok that his people are missing. So, let's see if I can do that, and not incite horrible war.
What do you want, Hawke? I have no interest in adding to my distractions.
And yet you sent a delegate to the Viscount.
A brief attempt to educate. If the dwarf had stolen the Sarkanek, it could have been used to show the price of greed. But you know the outcome of that. These fools are determined to be wrong. I won't waste the effort again.
A courtesy, Arishok. The delegate and his guards are missing.
Anyone else, and those words would have been their last. You are handling this, not your buffoon of a Viscount.
I am.
Then I will wait. But know this, the provocations we have suffered have worked. If this is not resolved, I can fulfill my duty to the Qun with far less annoyance by sifting through rubble.
As if there wasn't enough
Well,
pressure.
that explains a few things, and that's a very easy way to put it. And it's true. He can do his duty to the Qun by killing us all much faster.
So you're taking the captain of the guard to accuse the Grand Cleric of funding zealots?
It's a careful chat about missing Qunari.
Some days, Hawke.
The Grand Cleric, please. Tell her it concerns the Qunari.
Sirrah Hawke.
Sister Patrice.
Mother Patrice. Time has changed us both. Grand Cleric Elfina cannot grant an audience to just anyone. What do you want?
Funny how you and issues with the Qunari seem to go together.
And you always assume their side. I was naive when last we met. I did not want you dead, but I felt a death was necessary. That may be too fine a point for you to understand. But you must admit, you came out the better for it.
A Templar may have misjudged an order and abused the Grand Cleric's authority.
I assure you, the Templars would never embarrass the Chantry, at risk of the Knight Commander's wrath.
Men were hired for the righteous task of kidnapping a Qunari delegate. A pause that says you knew. But does her grace?
The Grand Cleric trusts her stewards to enact the wishes of the Maker.
It sounds like you've been bad. This will shock her grace, no doubt.
Stubborn. All right, Sirrah Hawke. If you won't abandon this, let me offer you something. The Templar you seek is a radical who has grown unreliable. Confronting him may do us all a favor.
And he is what to you?
He is my former bodyguard, Ser Vonel. Assume what you wish, but I offer him to you as reconciliation. Meet me at this location. I invite you, Sirrah Hawke. Come see the unrest these Qunari have inspired.
Need I say I'm skeptical?
It's her game for the moment.
I hate Patrice so much.
I understand you're named after a famous...
Oh well, one day it's gonna work.
Have to hand it to this Varnell. Nice place for an extremist rally.
Patrice is here somewhere.
That's great.
Watch where you step.
I love doing that.
Do not fear them. They die like any animal. Like any beast, remove the fangs and it is lost. They are weak before the faithful of the Maker. The only certainty in their precious Qun is death before the righteous.
Ser Vonel!
Take a knee, faithful. The Chantry blesses us.
You claim a blessing when you have used the authority of the Grand Cleric so openly? You have brought wrath down upon you. You remember, Sirrah Hawke? The Qunari have friends, Templar. How will you answer their allegations?
You want a fight? Face someone whose weapons are not bound.
Righteous! Destroy them!
God damn it, I hate zealots! Oh man! Oh, why? Why with the stupid zealotry? It always has to be that. We're righteous. We believe in our cause. But we're so insecure about ourselves that we have to kill everyone who thinks differently than us. I don't know. I've always had like an extreme hatred towards zealotry. It just never made sense, and it was ridiculous. And the fact that that stupid Patrice, I hope the opportunity to kill her comes up. That bitch has earned several deaths.
All right. Time to bring this mess to the Viscount's attention.
Madness! Madness!
Yes, Excellency.
Chantry involvement. Even if they are fringe elements. Oh, it could not be worse. You killed them? All of them?
A mother serving the Grand Cleric allowed this to happen.
Are you quite sure? She held a blade with them? Told them to fight you?
No, I cannot say that.
Of course not. Blasted mother. You have no idea the storm these allegations would cause. It would destroy what support I do have.
I have had trouble with her before. She is slippery.
I understand. I will make my inquiries. Gently. And you should be careful in your associations. For now, we have other problems. We have the delegate, but I can't return the bodies to the Qunari in this state. Sirrah Hawke, you know the Arishok. What should I do?
Hiding this would only make it worse.
It would, wouldn't it? I'm losing my sense of how to balance this nightmare. I appreciate your help in this matter. As bad as this is, it could have been much worse without you. Kirkwall owes you. I owe you.
Okay, this new quest that just came up. All that remains. That one is bit of a commotion right now at the Hawke estate. So right now we're going to be working on the companion quests. Yes, going to be taking care of the companions before doing that, because that one activates the moment I get home, and I'd rather not skip around stuff. Time will be of the essence. Not really, but to me it will. So that's about 3 companion quests before hopping onto it. So Act 2 does kind of cram a lot, I would admit. Oh, man. Well, perfect. I have to go to Aveline anyway. Yeah, I think that will do. Level up Meryl a bit.
How much longer do I have to wait?
Hope the day is treating you well, Sirrah. Hawke, I need a favor that I can only trust to you.
You can always ask.
It should be a small matter, but I worry. I need you to give something to Guardsman Donnick, here in the barracks. No questions, and he is not to know it's from me.
Donnick? The one we pulled from an ambush?
The event that put me here. But this is a different need of the Guard and its captain. And you're doing very badly at the no questions part.
You need me for something as simple as this?
I protect many people. Citizens well beyond the men and women I command. But who do I really know besides you? I need a friend to do this. It's a short list.
It must be something important if you're going to all this trouble.
That's none of your business.
That seems abrupt, even for you.
I already regret this. I'm not about to make it worse by exposing unnecessary facts. You can accept that or not, but that's all I can say.
Very well, Aveline. If it means that much.
Thank you. And please, hurry back with his reaction. I appreciate this, Hawke. I really do.
I have something for you.
Do you now? A shield? Oh, and born by the one true Sir Aveline. Lovely. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I don't see where I went wrong.
I had a shield. It belonged to Wesley. It was difficult to let it go, but I did so. Utility over sentiment, right? We sold it, didn't we?
You're taking this a bit seriously.
If you didn't think this would upset me, what was your intent?
It's not enough to want you to be happy.
Happy is for fools.
Okay. It's not the shield, is it?
No, and it's not Wesley. You've got me doing a lot of things. Some I don't agree with. Some I'm surprised I do. I'm not sure where I'm going as it is. Replacing what I was with this... I mean, who is Sir Aveline to me?
It seems odd you don't feel a kinship. You don't feel the name fits you.
I didn't choose my name. Aveline was a wish my father made.
I am similar to what he pictured, but that's because of what I try to be, not what I assume I should. Sir Aveline was a fine figure, but I don't revere failure, however glorious.
I thought of you when I found it. Maybe that was foolish.
I can appreciate that.
Then accept it on those merits. Nothing more.
It is a fine shield. You do know that Orlesian Smith slapped Sir Aveline's name on every second piece of armor. This didn't really belong to her.
It does now.
Alright, so take care of that little marigold thing and the knight thing. Okay, I think it's kind of stupid, because I kept Wesley's shield. I think the difference was that I didn't even sell it. Probably will, but the fact that, well, yeah, the fact that she, so let me see. Oh, she can't wear because she needs strength. Wow, so that's, okay. Alright. That's interesting. But yeah, I guess if I kept that shield on her inventory, she would never say anything, but oh well. Yeah, because she has, she has to level up essentially twice. Alright, that shouldn't be a big deal. I'll just have to keep an eye on it, so I don't accidentally sell the item. Don't want her accusing me of selling 2 shields. But Donic, ooh, this looks interesting. Let's see where it goes. I think let's do a little quick explory. Any boxes to open?
How do they
Yep.
guard it?
A fine day, isn't it?
Indeed it is, Geralt.
Guardsman Donic. Sir Hawke. It's been some time. You're here in Hightown now, right? I think the captain mentioned it. I see your uncle now and then on my patrols, but we don't talk.
No ill effects from the ambush, I trust?
They got me pretty good, I'll admit. But they fared worse, so I can't complain. Guard is a good career if you're careful. A short one if you're not. And the captain makes sure we're careful.
This is for you. It's apparently very important.
I'll take you at your word. It's a copper relief of marigolds? Ah, and it helpfully says so. Marigolds. Well, how crafty. Is there a meaning to this that I should know?
Just keep it. I'm sure it's more than it seems.
It would have to be. Right. I'm sure we both have things to do. Of varying import. Sir Hawke.
Is there some reason Aveline just made us look like idiots?
It's different here as captain. You're back. Of course you are. You're efficient, get things done, good or ill. So, how did Donic react?
As one might expect when confused.
I thought it was clear. Metal is strong, copper ages well, flowers are soft. I've clearly gone about this the wrong way. Don't talk to him again. Just take this, the patrols for next week. Post it to the roster and just listen.
Really? Just walk over there and post the roster?
I want his honest reaction without the captain present.
You could just have him hauled off.
This isn't about an accusation I can put in a report and explain. I need someone unofficial.
All right. Posting the roster just over there.
I need to know exactly how he reacts. That's key. Thank you.
Too many hits to the head. Or not enough.
Hey, Donic! Whose pucker have you been greasing to get Hightown?
What? You're daft. I'm working dockside on those smugglers.
Says here you're guarding the square. Always been a make-work job, that one. You someone's pet?
Check your eyes. It's a mistake.
Says the pet.
You have got to be kidding me. What did I do to get that post?
Donick thinks I'm punishing him. But Hightown is a safe patrol, a reward.
You wanted his reaction.
All right. I can fix this. I need 3 goats and a sheaf of wheat. You'll take them to his mother. It's a dowry tradition. Maybe it will smooth the process.
Hold a moment. You're sweet on the boy.
So help me, whore. I will break you.
Oh, this is glorious. All this flailing is her idea of courtship.
Aveline, you know you can talk to me.
What am I to say? That a grown woman can't speak her mind? I've been focused on being captain for so long, that's all I know.
I'm confused. Wasn't Lady Manhands married already?
That was a long time ago. It was easier, or seemed to be.
I can't imagine you having trouble speaking your mind.
It's just fear. I know it's foolish, but I can't get away from it. What about you and Isabella? I know she doesn't have 2 thoughts to rub together, but the danger of your lives must worry you.
Maybe we're not the best example.
But you understand. I feel paralyzed. I hate it.
Sounds like you're ready to move on.
It's been 4 years since Wesley. Stop trying to protect me.
That's right. She's made her peace. Now let her get one.
So you've been by yourself since we came to Kirkwall?
Wait, you've gone 4 years without. You must creak like a rusty hinge.
Many people have their lives because of me.
But poor you. No life of your own.
We both place others above ourselves. I happen to do it clothed.
You're splitting hairs, but wishing someone would split yours.
I've had enough of your loose lips. Like many, I'm sure.
Oh, touché. Prig.
Slattern!
If I might put this back on track. Well, this little dance certainly isn't helping. So what will?
I'm the captain. He's my guardsman. I can't get past that.
So go out. Get him drunk. Shame is a great equalizer.
What? Just go out somewhere? Like it's that easy?
What? Too simple?
Tell Donick, invite him to the Hanged Man. Don't tell him about me. Make something up. It's a surprise, or just you, or a group, anything to get him there. He's not like the others. I don't want him to think he's meeting the captain.
Sirrah Donick, are you free? I need to ask you something.
I have no immediate patrols. Why?
It's nothing to be concerned about. Meet me at the Hanged Man.
Very well, Sirrah Hawke. I guess I'll see you there. Did he just... No.
Alright, so I guess going out drinking with Donick. That's going to be interesting.
Fine day, Sirrah.
You know, I saved his life. I'm helping Aveline court him. This is very interesting, I have to say.
There were supposed to be others coming, right?
Plans change. Apparently.
Right. Look, I should really,
Just
Give it a moment. Another round?
Make a yes.
So, Aveline is great.
Look, if this was all a plan for you to get closer to the captain, maybe you should just talk to her. I mean, how sad would it be if you needed a go-between? Have some backbone. I have to go. Thanks for the drinks.
I couldn't do it. What did he say?
He thinks I arranged this to get to you.
I'm an idiot.
Admitting it is a good step. Where are you heading next?
The barracks, for Eldon, the deepest hole I can find.
You've never been the hiding type.
I know, all right, but I freeze up. The only place I'm not a mess is on patrol. And killing highwaymen doesn't afford much opportunity for banter.
Here come the excuses.
I will not risk.
That's the problem. Risk, or so help me, I will bed the man myself.
Then I'll clear the way, and you'll talk to Donnic.
Putting you in danger just makes it worse.
You made it my problem. I'm fixing it.
Very well, Hawke. You pushed. You clear the route up the Wounded Coast, and I will live to regret this, I'm sure.
Well, as much as I would love and hate to see Isabella do that herself, I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I agree. Just, if you want to be with someone, and yeah, you're shy about it, try to get your feelings out. And sometimes you need that push. Some friends give subtle nudges. A good friend, in my opinion, will give you just the push you need. Not too hard, not too soft. A proper push in the proper direction. Not everyone can be confident enough to try to bed anyone they want. You know, you need to have a certain level of confidence and arrogance. You need that proper blend. While at the same time, you can't be too subtle or sneaky, because then it looks like you don't actually care. Because if you really cared, you'd be more open about it.
Did I miss something? Go think about it. Maybe it'll come to you.
So this route's pretty quiet?
Yes, and it's a real nice night for an evening.
As you say, Captain.
Yes, as I say.
Maker, she's bad at this.
I agree, this is agony. I mean, Aveline hasn't been married in basically 4 years, more or less, so I can understand that. And also, I do agree with Isabella. She's been without for so long, she must creak. I thought that was funny. Interactions between Isabella and Aveline are so fun, because even when they're friends, they bust on each other. And when I think friends, I think it's like you have to be on very decently good terms and everything. Hard to say proper, but oh well. Just gonna keep killing these raiders, make sure it's a nice, peaceful tour, have a nice chat, but she doesn't know romance. I'm pretty sure even Wesley was the one who sweeped her off her feet. Hard to say, but you know what? We're gonna have to be little Cupid and help out. Even if I have to do it the old-fashioned way. Oh well, never say I don't care about my friends.
If it isn't done right, the blade can be too soft. Quenching the steel is a vital step that can make or break a sword.
Right.
A blade for every purpose. What do you think about blades?
I'm sorry, Captain. I drifted off a bit.
Right, of course.
Ugh. Painful.
Alright, this will definitely take a lot more of a push. I'm thinking we get both of them drunk, throw them in a room, and just make sure they're all in their small clothes. Just something where we just let it happen. Because there is a fine line between affection and love. In addition to passion. But, you know, we're looking at simply the connections of affection goes by what your brain says, okay, this makes sense to me. You can trick your brain into being into someone. You just have to find the proper qualities that say to yourself, hey, I want to be with this person. That's all it takes. It's pure psychology. And that's the thing about it. And that's also a thing, like, if you want to get over someone, you have to convince yourself that you don't need that person anymore. To be attracted to someone is to find something about them you like. To be in love with someone is for that person to have something you need in your life, and vice versa.
Well, guardsman, good patrol. I think we're done, and Hawke, what a surprise. What are you doing here?
Aveline.
Hawke, don't.
I think you'll come around once it's all out in the open.
Would someone please tell me what's going on?
You're a daft couple of... Oh, take a hint and bend her over a basin, will you?
Captain? I should get back to the barracks.
I thought we were friends.
Friends sometimes push.
I have to fix this. He'll file a complaint, ask for a transfer. You're coming to the barracks to explain why you put him on the spot. Double time, Hawke, or so help me.
Friends do have to push, Aveline. Friends do have to push. And God, what is that so far? I've given information regarding the social structure and analysis of the Qun compared to how they handle essentially a little more than drug-addled slavery to Thedas' more legal, psychologically breaking mages magically slavery. And now I did a small thing about the concepts of love. Where am I going with my life? I'm playing a fantasy game. I'm going into another one. Fantasy should not have that much realism. It's fantasy. But then again, realistic fantasy does work a little different. Because if it's realistic fantasy, then you can find elements you connect to. That's how you like the story. That's how it works out. You find something about it that connects to you and that you enjoy it. That's kind of why I really like this series. It has a lot of... that's the thing about it. It's easy to write a story about or write a world where you have someone who's clearly bad and one person who's clearly good. When you start mixing in the black-white to make gray, that's where you get the really entertaining moments, the good storytelling aspects. You get a universe, a lore, where everything works because it doesn't work at the same time. That's hard to understand, I do know. But you need to see how everything connects and everything's super realistic. That's how it's understandable. That's what makes it real.
Maker. Where is Donick? I have to head this off before it goes to the Viscount. Maybe a formal apology. Something that shows the guards they can still trust me.
You're their captain, not a golem. They expect you to have feelings.
Not if they get in the way of the job.
You don't know that.
I won't be that stupid again.
My apologies, Sir Hawke, but I need a moment with the captain.
Guardsman Donick.
Please.
Aveline.
Guardsman Donick did not file a complaint. This was all incredibly stupid, and you made it wonderful.
I think you can safely claim both halves of that pair.
You're sweet. I knew asking you was the right thing.
Let's not make a habit of it.
There's no way I can ever repay you. Perhaps it's simple. Thank you. Hey, can I ask you something? Was there a moment when you thought I was beyond help?
Not for a second.
You don't lie very well.
As far as you know.
Shout when you need me, Hawke. I'll always be here for you. Just knock first. It's a fine suit.
The finest.
Break it down, distribute it.
The Viscount requires parade armor for his inspections.
Then stuff it and mount it where he can see it. I wear the uniform of the Guard.
His Excellency will not be pleased.
His Excellency can mount it. Trouble, Hawke?
Seems like you have enough.
You don't know the half of it. And why don't you, by the way? Why aren't you tail deep in the problems of this city? Sure, you do good, but petition a title, take a job. The Guard is always looking.
That's a bit harsh, given my record.
Maybe I'm just sick of being the first stop for complaints about people like you.
People like me?
Brand's on about fortune hunters, mercenaries, disreputable professions without purpose. He's a clod, but sometimes, well, it might be good if the city was a little more stable.
Come on now. You really prefer the troublemakers stay home?
All right. So maybe I don't want to be completely put out of business. And I don't even really mean you. But some people, they go on without regard and then act surprised when someone starts a circle. There are warning signs, you know. It's worth saying.
Ah, Aveline. I'm glad I was able to help you with your love life, but never, and I mean never, have me play Cupid again. That was awkward and terrible. But I was happy to help. So let's see, what's next on the list? Yeah, I'll help out Anders.
Fine day, Sarah.
How much longer do I have to wait?
Let's see. Well, let's first get these guys up. Almost there, Aveline. Though I don't know if bringing Aveline into this will work. I mean, she's she is the captain of the guard. She's the guard captain, so she can't really pick sides. She has to pick the side of what is more just and what will help the total society.
It's not a pretty home,
but at least it's clean. Have you noticed how many Tranquil are in the gallows courtyard lately? And don't tell me I'm just sensitive to it. I've been watching, and every day there are new Tranquil, selling their bloody wares. Good mages too. People I know pass their harrowing.
Doesn't Chantry law say that mages who pass their harrowing can't be made tranquil?
Exactly. The Templars are using the right of tranquility to silence those who speak against them. They're working on a deliberate plan to turn every mage in Kirkwall within the next 3 years.
Whatever you think of Templars, you can't imagine they're so heartless.
They're worse. There are groups in Kirkwall who help those fleeing the Circle. I've talked to people on the inside. The plan is the work of a Templar named Sir Ulrich. I've had a run-in with him myself. He's the one who did the ritual on Karl. Nasty piece of work. Likes to make mages beg.
What happened between you and Sir Ulrich?
I've been involved with an underground resistance. Mages living free in Kirkwall who help others escape. I can't tell you any more, for your sake and theirs. You have too much involvement with the Guard and nobility. Suffice it to say, I've been in the gallows. I've seen his work firsthand.
What else do you know about Sir Ulrich?
The Knight Commander is at least sincere in her convictions. However misguided, she believes she's helping people. Sir Ulrich's a sadist. Cold-blooded as a lizard. He likes to experiment on mages. Find out what it takes to push them into the arms of demons.
How do we stop them?
My friends in the Mage Underground know a way inside. A secret entrance under the walls of the gallows. Come with me tonight, please. Help me find the evidence of Sir Ulrich's tranquil solution.
What do you mean, tranquil solution?
That's what he calls it. His idea of a peaceful solution to the mage problem. To sunder the mind of every mage in the Free Marches. I'm told he's bringing his proposal to Val Royeaux, to the Divine herself. He would turn every mage in Thedas into a drooling simpleton under his command.
If this plot exists, it must be exposed.
I am honored by your trust. I'm ready to go when you are. Our entrance is concealed not far from here.
Well, that would be kind of shitty if, oh boy, if, like, yeah. If every mage became tranquil, then, yeah. That's really, like, the really big thing when it comes to the mage versus everyone argument. Yes, a lot of mages do go corrupt. But at the same time, imagine what would happen if they weren't treated like monsters.
Don't like that.
Do not tell anyone about this way to the gallows. This is it. This tunnel will take us into the gallows. Are you ready to help me find evidence of the tranquil solution?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll switch Aveline with Meryl, because, you know, Meryl could probably help out a fellow mage as well. Probably have Aveline keep the peace. Plus, I want to keep the Guard away from this in case we actually have to kill a Templar.
It would be better as open warfare. At least then mages might get...
No, Anders, I don't think it needs to be open warfare. Here's the problem. If you have mages in open warfare, it only validates all the problems. At the same time, if we're too submissive, mages get killed too easily. That's really the problem, isn't it? It's basically the temple. The initial idea was to prevent another Tevinter Imperium, to prevent tyrannical mage rule. You had the mages who had no part of it, and also mages who were born after it, so they're guilty of such crime, would be able to teach and such, and learn and hone their skills without being corrupted, and the Templars would be there to just in case. But the problem is, you get enough bad eggs, and, well, you also get way too many Templars who start taking abuse of their corruption. I mean, when you think about it, the Ferelden Circle was pretty lax on everything, but they were very quick to say, you know what, we had a demon outbreak because one of our senior mages went bad, so let's just kill them all just to be safe. That's the problem. Yes, if it was guaranteed wiping out an entire circle would prevent further spread of demonic possession and outbreaks, yes, this is true. This is more rationally the best decision. But say that to the mages who had nothing to do with it. And now those mages who tried to fight and survive and save themselves from the very same demons are going to be killed for it. That's where it gets stupid. You are treating mages less than people. And the problem is also a lot of mages get resentful, and since they have the power to fight back, they will fight back. Anders isn't the first mage to try this shit. He's just the first one that's gonna basically ruin it for everyone. But that comes later. You'll see that soon enough. But then again, we might actually be wrong about this. In fact, it might even be a Templar working independently. Because the Templars, they're not as open as mages are, and even mages are very secretive, but some Templars think the Chantry is too nice. You know, instead of just locking up mages, treat them like that. So many people who are emboldened by their belief in their maker and whatever, and Andraste, they look at mages and they think mages are this ultimate evil. That's the thing about it. They look at... It's kind of like... it's in a sense, the Tevinter Imperium were run by mages. They're still run by mages. And they are pretty much smeared as this embodiment of all that is evil and wrong in the world. And for the most part, they're not completely wrong. If we've listened to Fenris, a lot of Tevinters are evil. And the problem is, there are good Tevinters, but it doesn't work that well.
Now we fight.
A good Tevinter is so few and far between, and those who are good, you know, the ones that want to reorganize the Imperium, the ones who want to, you know, free the slaves and help establish good relations with all the other nations, well, those are not so popular. And they die. To have any change, you need power. And, well, you can't have power if you're dead. And also, if everyone does illegal, dangerous, or very powerful magics in order to get ahead, but you try to earn it the honest way, it might not work. Because while they are moving ahead, you are trudging behind. Oh well.
No, please. I haven't done anything wrong.
That's a lie. What do we do to mages who lie?
I just wanted to see my mum. No one ever told her where they were taking me.
No, this is their place. We cannot...
So, you admit your attempted escape? You know what happens to mage girls who don't toe the line around here, don't you?
Please, no! Don't make me tranquil. I'll do anything.
That's right. Once you're tranquil, you'll do anything I ask.
The Chantry frowns on Templars who take personal advantage of their charges.
Who's this?
It's the Divine. Come all the way from Orlais to tell you personally what a jackass you are.
You fiends will never touch a mage again.
Well, fuck you all! You will all die! Fuck you, Fuck you, and you, and you. You will die. Fuck you. Well, we're back you to consider it. Huh. If I read that correctly, as quickly as I clicked it, the Divine and even Meredith said no. You know it's bad when literally a psychotic mage hater says no to your mage hating plans.
They will die. I will have every last Templar for these abuses.
It's over, Anders. They're all dead.
Every one of them will feel justice's burn.
Get away from me, demon!
I am no demon. Are you one of them, that you would call me such?
Anders, that girl is a mage. We rescued her from being made tranquil.
She is theirs. I can feel their hold on her.
She's the reason you're fighting, Anders. Don't turn on her now.
Please, Messer.
Baker, no. I almost... If you weren't here, I need to get out of here.
God damn it, Anders! We did such a good job, and you do this shit to me. Alright. Enigma of... What is this? I need to literally sit down and read this.
Good to go.
I assume that was for Anders. Still, oh boy. Damn it, Anders. Hope that girl's gonna be okay. If I can't tell her to get the hell out of there. She's not gonna be safe in Kirkwall anymore.
You saved my life, Messer. What was that thing?
Don't worry. It was all a trick by the Circle to scare you away from ever summoning demons.
I wouldn't. I never...
It was a joke.
Can I go home now?
Find your parents, but don't stay there. You must leave Kirkwall.
I know. There's nowhere in the city where Sir Ulric's men won't find me. Thank you, Messer. Andraste herself must have put you in that room.
And now for the lovely information of trying to talk to... Yeah, I still gotta talk to Anders. Probably show him the information that, you know, it was only that one asshole. God, knowing him, he's probably in a panic, packing up his shit and trying to run. I mean, I would. He almost broke his own values.
Trash. Trash. Keep. Trash. Trash. Won't be needing that anymore.
This is all Sir Ulric had. Looks like the Tranquil solution began and ended with him.
Let me see that. The Divine rejected the idea. Meredith rejected the idea. This was not what I expected. Perhaps I should try talking to the Grand Cleric. Maybe she's more reasonable than I thought. Thank you. I will think on what you said.
What are you doing?
Putting out milk. I miss having a cat around. But I think the refugees have scared them all off. Or maybe eaten them. You know, I've been meaning to thank you. Having someone like you making a name for yourself in Kirkwall. It's done a lot for mages. You're the kind of leader we need. To tell the world we won't be punished any longer for our Maker-given gifts.
Who said anything about me leading? I was going to watch, with snacks.
Mages in this city look up to you. They want what you have. Just knowing you exist is enough to light the fire.
Why does this matter so much to you?
Why do you think your parents gave up everything to keep you and your sister out of the Circle? In the Circle, they tell you day and night that magic is sin. A mark on your soul of the Maker's hatred. But for all the talk of demons, the most common death I saw for a mage was suicide.
I didn't realize you were planning anything that big.
No small change would address the injustice that mages face. The Chantry itself must be overturned. There will always be mages born in Thedas. But Templars are made by men. And they can be unmade.
Together, we'll win this fight.
Your faith inspires me. Sometimes, I fear I cannot do this. Not while I struggle against this vengeance inside me. But I know you won't let me lose myself to him.
All's well that ends well. Okay, time to help out Meryl. Alright, who should I have to help me with this task? No, I'll have Anders help me. Well, maybe. He does not approve of Meryl's method of magic, especially since she uses blood magic and blah 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 blah. But it is good to, you know, once in a while. She's still, the dead body's still fucking there. Oh yeah, the 1-2 pantaloons. But might as well turn that in while I'm at it.
It's not a good feeling, you know.
What?
Being an abomination. I just got a taste of your future.
I'm not that foolish. Our relationship is, strictly platonic.
It's like you're trapped in your own body.
Do I even want to know what you guys are talking about?
Someone else moves you like a puppet, and you're trying to scream, to move a single muscle.
There you go.
Escape, until you look down at the blood on your hands.
Stop it. You're scaring me.
That's the point.
Might as well check and sell some things. Since, yeah, the quest I'm going to do to help out Meryl brings me against a Varterol, which essentially is what I'm looking to, what I need. I need Varterol things for to help out that mage in the gallows.
I've got something to show you. Come and see. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Something seems off about your mirror. Shouldn't it reflect the room?
No. It's not that sort of mirror. I've spent the last few years restoring this. One of my clan found it in the Brazilian forest, we think.
Poor Tamlin. We never found him. Just the shattered pieces of the alluvion.
What are you trying to do with this mirror?
At first, I just wanted to find Tamlin. But it's been too long. Tamlin is probably dead by now, if he wasn't already. But still, I know it can help my people. I can at least recover this one small part of our heritage.
This thing is what made the Keeper send you away, isn't it?
The Keeper wanted me to destroy the fragment I kept. She said our ancestors meant it to be forgotten. But it's a Keeper's place to remember. Even the dangerous things. We argued. I left. She's wrong. This mirror could teach us so much about who we once were.
Do you think the mirror had something to do with Tamlin's disappearance?
The ruin we tracked Tamlin to was full of traps and monstrous things, but we found no body. His trail ended at the broken pieces of Alluvion.
What's an Alluvion?
Long ago, the elves had a kingdom, an empire that covered Thedas, and every city had an Alluvion. The mirrors let them communicate across their empire, but I don't know how exactly. My people have lost so much. We know almost nothing of the days before Arlathon. This is a piece of our history.
Tell me you didn't bring the killer mirror to Kirkwall just because it's pretty.
It's not dangerous, I promise. I fixed it, or tried to, with blood magic. The mirror won't hurt anyone.
I cringe every time she says that. She has no idea what she's messing with.
I do. I have it totally under control. But it doesn't work. I've tried everything, and I think it's because it needs to be finished with a special tool. An Arulin home. And my clan has one. It's been in their hands for generations.
I hear a butt coming.
I can't go back there alone. You have no idea, the Keeper. I can't talk to her. We fight or talk circles around each other. She has a disappointed frown that turns your bones to jelly. Please, help me. You will, won't you?
I'll go with you.
Master Arnus, I'll find some way to repay you, I promise.
Why do I have a feeling this is going to bite me in the ass later? I mean, I don't approve of this crap with Meryl. I really don't. But I feel so bad being mean to her. It's in such a weird situation because it goes into what I said when talking about Sebastian. If you're friendly with him, he'll stay in the Chantry. If you're rivals with him, he'll become king, and he might be a good king. Or I think he is a good king. With Meryl, it's essentially if you friend her, that means you approve and enable her attitude towards this. While if you rival with her, she actually will realize...
Does that mean you have a lot of family? Or that they make you itch a lot?
Yeah, realize what she's doing is wrong.
Keeper, you return to us, darling. Have you reconsidered this path at last?
Go on. I'm with you.
Thank you, Hawke. Keeper, I need the Arulin home. The ancient carving blade that Master Island keeps.
I see. You wish to rebuild the Alluvion.
You don't have to approve of it. I'm invoking Via Sula Varnan. I'll do whatever task you wish.
Well, I'm glad to know I can still disapprove. It is your right. I will give you a service to perform if you insist.
What did Meryl invoke?
Our history belongs to all Dalish, child. So our clan's most cherished relics can be claimed by everyone. Any Dalish can perform a service for the clan and gain ownership of such an item. For a time. That is what Meryl has invoked. Even if she has chosen to live apart, she is still one of the people.
What exactly is this thing we're asking for?
It is an ancient carving tool, used by our wood shapers, passed down for countless generations. Our clan has carried it since before the fall of the Dales. It is as old as Arlathan itself.
We appreciate your help. This means a lot to Meryl.
I'm glad that Meryl has a friend in you, child. I hope you will look after her.
I can take care of myself, Keeper.
Yes, Dalen. I know. Avar Terrell has taken the lives of 3 of our hunters. It lairs in a cavern in the mountainside. Seek it out, slay it. No one else must fall to its anger. Do this for us, and I will give you the Arulin home. May the Dread Wolf never catch your scent.
Okay, not bad. At least she's given a decently good request. Take care of the Varterol. And that honor the dead. I guess it's like to find information on the 3 hunters that died, I'm guessing. Alright, another generic cave. Essentially just working backwards. What a random dead bodies. Are they gonna get up? I hate when they do that. Okay, I guess they have amulets.
The Keeper would have sent them to recover elven artifacts from the Varric before the camp had to move in again.
So your Keeper sent them to their deaths?
No. Normally they let the Dalish come and go as we please. Something must have provoked it.
Yeah, because the last time I faced a Varric, it tried to eat the elf companion I had. So, I don't trust these things as guardians.
Why did this happen? Oh, Harshal, I am so sorry. I'll tell Iniria for you. Jandan, tread carefully, Lothering. May the trickster never find you in the beyond. We should give their clan amulets to the keep. Their families should know that they died bravely.
Is someone there? It's safe. You can come out.
Hello? Praise Andrast. I mean the creators. I thought I'd never get out of... Meryl?
Anethera, Paul. Are you hurt?
Stay back. What do you want from me?
Paul, what's wrong? I'm here to help.
Stay back! Don't touch me!
Be calm, Paul. We'll help you get back to the camp.
You don't know what she is, what she's done! Creators, help me! Someone, please!
Paul, no! We have to catch him, hurry!
Well, that was certainly different. Hope he doesn't die. He's gonna die.
Hold on, Paul. We're coming.
Why, hello, Varric. We have not officially met, but I defeated one of your kind before in another DLC. So, you're going to die as easily as the last. Though I swear if you summon dragons this again. Nope, spiders. This one will summon spiders to help it. Fuck you. Oh well, you'll die like the rest. There we go.
Paul? Maybe it's not too late. You can help him, can't you, Anders? You can heal anyone.
Meryl. He's gone.
Why did you run? You shouldn't have run.
What did you do to scare this man to death?
I'll give you a hint. It has to do with demons and slitting your wrists.
Do you need a minute alone?
No. Thank you. We have too much to do for me to sit here bawling. Paul wasn't like the others. He was city-born, worldly. He ran away from the Denerim and found us. I thought if anyone would understand, he would. Something is very wrong. I want to see the Keeper.
That actually has an interesting point. Random pile of treasure. Okay, I'll take it. But, okay, wait, does the rest of your clan know what you're trying to do? That's actually a very good point. I mean, if your clan doesn't know what you're planning to do or what you're trying to accomplish. No, I don't know. I don't know if I can go back the way I came as easily or... Yeah, screw it. Just keep going forward. There's probably shit from Meryl around here.
Paul, what was he thinking? He acted like I was a mon...
Maybe he was thinking, ah, Blood Mage! That seems the most likely scenario.
No, wait, it is having me go back the way I came. Here we go. And the dead are getting up. Like, what? Did the logic behind some of these enemy spawns are just ridiculous. Like, did me somehow killing the Varterral somehow allow the dead to get up? Like, where's the logic here? I should, if anything, why? There has to be something to think, like, why couldn't I just fight through random wildlife or something? I just keep fighting spiders or whatever. No, instead, I'm fighting... essentially fighting my way through this crap over and over.
What have they been saying about me? They must think I'm worse than the Blight.
Which means the first area I mentioned, the dead are gonna get up. Yep. And of course, it's an arcane horror. What? Was one of the hunters actually... was actually sensitive to magic and got possessed by a demon upon death? Who knows? But that would make it... See, this is where, like, the lore is contradicting itself. I mean, if you're gonna make a good lore, consistency is key to everything. That's the only downside about this. The Dragon Age lore wouldn't know consistency if it bit him in the ass. Which is sad. It has really good lore. I still like it, despite its critical flaws. And I wish it was because I didn't know any better. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Why do you like this still? Well, I don't know any better. Well, let's return the amulets to the Keeper. Tell her the task is done, get the tool from Meryl, and then we can keep moving on. We are almost getting our way through the main story.
Oh, cheer up.
Act 2's so goddamn long.
Don't.
I even said I wouldn't be making videos this damn long. Just can't help myself, I say.
You've killed...
The Varterral is dead.
Masaranas. I'll breathe easier knowing that we will lose no more people to it.
We found these.
I'll return them to their families.
We lost Paul. In the cave, he fled at the sight of me. Straight into the Varterol.
Many of the clan fear you will bring back the corruption. Or worse, from the mirror.
And where did they get that idea?
I am their keeper, Dalain. It was my duty to warn them. It's still not too late for you to return to us. Reconsider. There's no need for you to live alone.
Must we go over this again? You'll never accept what I'm doing.
The Eluvian is a trap. It cost us Tamlin. It led you to blood magic. Will you let it twist you further from who you really are?
And who am I? We've done as you asked. Honor our bargain. Give me the Arulin home.
Hawke. Because Merrill won't listen, I give this heirloom of my clan to you for safekeeping. Please, don't let her do this.
Thank the creators. I thought maybe she'd go back on her word.
Is it worth restoring this mirror if it turns your clan against you?
You know what it's like to lose everything, Hawke. Not just our land and freedom, but history, stories, language, magic, rituals. Even our gods are gone. It is a sacrifice, but if the mirror restores even one fragment of the past, it's worth it.
What did the Keeper mean the mirror led you to blood magic?
The shard I picked up was corrupted. I couldn't cleanse it without help. The Keeper refused. She said that it belonged to another time and should be left there. So I found a spirit. It gave me the power to purify the mirror through blood magic.
I've never heard of blood magic purifying anything.
There's nothing inherently evil about blood magic. It's magic, like any other.
Are you really that stupid?
The power that contaminated the mirror was too strong to be driven out by normal means. If I had piles of lyrium lying about, I could have used that, but I didn't. I used what I had.
I hope this helps you finish your work on the Eluvian.
I don't think that's wise, Hawke. Whatever she's trying to do with that mirror, it's at the behest of a demon.
No one asked you. Thank you. I knew you would understand. Let's be away from here. The others are giving me the evil eye.
Okay, this better be worth it, alright? Back from Sunmount, speak to her, blah blah blah. Alright. Better damn well be worth it. But at least doing it like this, I am getting good affection and friendship with everyone, which is what I wanted. Because while rivalry does push them in a direction that might better their lives, being rivals with them kind of makes them not so willing to help you at the end. I'd rather not have my team abandon me. This tool better fucking work. You're already pretty ostracized already.
Hawke, I could never have faced the Keeper myself. I never imagined a human would help me restore Dalish history. No one ever understood. Not the Keeper, not my clan. Just you.
When the Eluvian is finished, they'll appreciate all you've done for them.
It's all right. Even if they hate me forever, I'll know I helped them. You're the first real friend I've ever had. Maseranas Lethaline. Oh, Hawke. Come in. I was just... Am I crazy?
What? No, of course not.
I thought the rule in a home would fix everything. The mirror would work and everything would be right again. But I keep dreaming of Paul's face. everyone that I care for thinks I'm a monster.
What happened in that cave wasn't your fault. Paul did that to himself.
I know. But I caused it, or the clan did, filling his head with terrible stories about me. You're a true friend, Hawke. Someday I'll make this up to you, Lothering.
You're welcome? Ugh. One thing or another, it seems. I don't like being the good guy on a lot of these occasions, but when I must, I must. Oh well, let's just finish up the herbalist task, then go home, see what the commotion is, and go from there. We're just about nearing the end, I think. There's still like, I think, 2 or 3 more actual main quests left to do. Oh, if only the companions were more separated, I'd make a separate video. There we go. All of the Act 2 herbalist quests are done, I think. Let's go home and see what the commotion's all about.
Enchantment! No, Leandra. Leandra.
What's wrong, Uncle?
There you are. Where's your mother? Is she feeling all right?
I'm sure she's all right. Why are you so upset?
Your mother didn't show up for our weekly visit. Is she ill? She is here, isn't she?
No, Gamlin. We haven't seen her all day.
Where could she be?
With her suitor, perhaps?
Suitor? Leandra never mentioned a suitor.
Well, those lilies arrived for her this morning.
White lilies? I know something about that.
Don't just leave me waiting. What is it?
There's a killer in Kirkwall who sends his victims white lilies before he takes them. He's murdered several women already. I know someone who might be able to help. Gascar Dupuis.
No. You're wrong. Leandra is fine.
Aveline will get the city guard to keep an eye out. Don't worry, Uncle.
All right. That girl will know what to do. Maybe Leandra took another path to my house. I could have just missed her. I'm going back to Lowtown.
You should help Gamlin look for your mother. You might be able to track her more easily once night falls and the streets empty out. All right. The boy and I will stay here in case she returns. I hope all is...
Fuck. Thank you both. So grateful for sending on this. Oh, whatever. You're not important. Give a shit about your Templar brother helping. My mother is missing. Oh boy. And white lilies. It's the calling card. Oh, shit. Shit. I think this was the party I had last time. Okay, he said Darktown. Like, there's 2 ways to do this. If I killed the guy, I have to follow a trail. But if I spared him, I could just go straight to Darktown and he'll lead me right to where I need to go. So I'm going to hit straight to Darktown. That body is never going to move, I guess. Shit, that guy. He has my mother. I need to find her quickly before she's killed.
Gascard! Hawke, what are you doing here? Do you have something? My mother's gone. She received white lilies this morning.
So soon? I wasn't expecting this.
Remember Alessa, the woman you rescued? Just as I predicted, he took her not long after you found us. I have enough of her blood for one ritual. I can use it to track them. It will lead us straight to the killer.
You could have tracked the killer this whole time. Why haven't you done it?
I lost the power to confront him when you destroyed my shades. But with your help, we could go now. he'll be no match for us.
Tracking Alessa will require you to use blood magic, won't it?
Yes, Sarah. I know of no other way.
Use the blood. I need to find my mother.
Stand back. If there is anything left of Alessa in this world, this ritual will find it.
You've been here before, haven't you?
I wonder if we'll find more than just a sack of bones this time.
Mother must be here somewhere. We need to look around.
Oh, great. It's the same spot as last time. That means we arguably found the killer's lair last time when I first came here. Oh, man. Now, that person didn't waste time. Well, actually, no. He wasted too much time. He didn't cover up his tracks. Or does he want to be found? Oh, I do not like this. And I can see demons in the distance. Alright, you have my mother. I'll kill you all. You all die.
Mother! Alessa?
Shit, that wasn't her. Quick line to preserve the feet. One that just my liking. We'll try other methods. Wait a minute. Preserve her feet. That means this killer is capturing women that probably meet a certain type, body type or whatever, and then try to take pieces and try to make something. What kind of a sick fuck? It's a blood mage, probably. Great. Great. Hands, too. Hands and feet so far.
I know this locket. It belongs to Mother.
Oh, fuck. My mother's gonna be dead upon arrival. I'm gonna lose my shit and kill everything, I guess. Why would the Amell family shield be down here?
Does he live here?
Last one to strike buys the drinks.
What is this? The woman in the painting. She almost looks like Mother.
A shrine dedicated to a wife? A sister?
I need to find her. Now.
Yeah, this is already way too many bad signs. Too many bad signs, too many bad problems. I don't like where this is going. Oh boy.
Necromancy. And here I thought I was twisted.
Necromancy and other fucked up things.
What's he planning?
No, to obtain the book. Oh. I don't like where that's going. So, basically, this guy probably lost someone he cares about and now is murdering women and using necromancy to keep their body intact. Ugh, great. Whatever. You're gonna die for what you did.
I was wondering when you'd show up. Leandra was so sure you'd come for her.
Where is she? Quentin!
Gascard, so, you've reached me after all these years. I figured you gave up.
You lying dirtbag! Why didn't you tell me his name was Quentin? I had other things on my mind. You promised you'd teach me, Quentin. You're going to deliver on that promise.
I promised to teach you. I didn't promise to teach you everything.
I'll kill you for this deception. I didn't deceive you totally. The plan was always to kill Quentin. And we can still work together. Once he's dead, you'll have your mother back. And his research and writings will be mine.
I'm sorry, Gascard. When my wife died, I lost all hope. I wasn't able to be the mentor you deserved. But now, my work is finished. And I can teach you as I always meant to. Come back to me, Gascard.
You'll let me be part of this. You'll teach me the secrets of necromancy.
What? You were going to do that, right?
You will never understand my purpose. Your mother was chosen because she was special. And now, she is part of something greater.
Spare me the demented rambling. Where is she?
She's here. She's waiting for you. I have done the impossible. I have touched the face of the Maker and lived. Do you know what the strongest force in the universe is? Love. I pieced her together from memory. I found her eyes, her skin, her delicate fingers. And at last, her face. Oh, this beautiful face. I've searched far and wide to find you again, beloved. And no force on this earth will part us.
My mother. You killed my mother. You will die. Every one of you shall die. Everything. Possessions. You sent demons to possess the women, probably so they wouldn't put up a fight. Oh, you will die. Everything about you shall die. I shall destroy you. I will make your death the most painful it can possibly be. Oh, I want to shout in rage. You killed my mother. You will die. I'm so glad Varric killed that guy. I am not gonna. That demon possessed my mother. Okay, you know, I was already gonna do horrible deaths, but I guess I'll have to go with the crazy horrible death. Still, I'm glad Varric killed that guy. Because if he wasn't, I was going to. I do not take betrayal very well, especially from people like you.
Mother!
There's nothing I can do. His magic was keeping her alive.
I knew you would come.
Don't move, Mother. We'll find a way to...
Shh. Don't fret, darling. That man would have kept me trapped in here. But now, I'm free. I get to see Bethany again. And your father. But you'll be here alone.
I should have watched over you more closely. I should have...
My little boy has become so strong. I love you. You've always made me so proud.
Did you find her?
I'm sorry, Uncle. She's gone.
You were right about the flowers and everything. I can't believe she's gone.
I was too late.
So you're to blame. If you'd been quicker or stronger, you could have... She could be... Why her? Why Leandra?
The killer used Mother to magically reconstruct his dead wife. They had the same face.
What sort of nightmarish magic is that? Oh, Maker! Maybe the Templars are right. Lock the mages up. Throw away the key.
Magic didn't kill Mother. A madman did. He could have just as easily killed her with a knife.
You said she was used! This goes beyond just murder. It's desecration. I wish you never told me what that twisted son of a bitch did to her. I wish I hadn't asked. I hope you killed him. Good. I hope it hurt. Carver needs to be told. I'll send a message to the Grey Wardens and hope it reaches him. Take care, my boy.
I feel I should say something.
I know you're not good at emotional stuff.
At least your mother loved you. Not everyone can say that.
I'm going to hold on to my memories of what she was, not the thing Quentin made of her.
And just think, you stopped him. Quentin's never going to hurt anyone again. I think no matter what, she'd be proud of you.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to end the video around here. This was a very depressing point, and there's still some bits of the Qun left, but it's not really that big, so we can finish it all in the next video. Great. Mother's gone. So depressing.
Quite a lovely estate you have here. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I'm going to end the video here.
I'm sorry about your mama. I won't...
Should we take this outside and see if it floats?
Sometimes having some time with the dog works. But, yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Actually, one sec. Double check following the Qun. Please come to speak with me immediately, Viscount. Okay, so there's shit that has to be done. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Leave comments below, and I will be back with you next time to wrap up Act 2. Thank you, and goodbye.